Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim has admitted that he thinks he is edging closer towards settling on a preferred starting 11 after making 2 changes for Boxing Day's clash with Wolves at Molineux. Rotation has been a fixture of Amorim's opening weeks as United head coach, regularly shuffling his pack to combat the club's busy fixture schedule. However, he has made just 2 alterations for the trip to Wolves, bringing Leny Yoro and Rasmus Højlund into the starting 11 in place of Tyrell Malacia, who has been left out of the matchday squad, and Joshua Zirkzee. A reduction in the number of changes suggests the Portuguese chief is edging closer to settling on his strongest starting lineup, and that is a theory he agrees with, even though he has highlighted the importance of everyone in the squad. Speaking to MUTV ahead of kickoff, Amorim, when asked if he was close to his strongest starting X, said, "I think so, but I don't like to use the expression, the strongest XI, because we count every player. But we try to build some connections between the players by trying to use the same players sometimes because we have 3 days between games, and that is a big difference. At the moment, with more time, we can change less, so that is the focus. Also, our focus is to maintain our clear identity. The third game of the last week versus Bournemouth was tough on us and our fans, so we have to be better in set pieces. We had a lot of chances to score, and we have to be more clinical. We have to improve our performance." Ruben Amorim conceded Manchester United have to survive amid the extraordinary threat of a first relegation in 51 years after an 8th league defeat of the season at Wolves. Wolves had won only 2 league games all season before new coach Vitor Pereira was appointed last week, and the Portuguese has guided the 18th place side to back-to-back wins. Wolves are now only 7 points behind United. United have slumped to 14th in the table, 4 places above the relegation zone, at nearly the halfway stage of the league campaign. Amorim admitted the team have to survive amid a slump of 4 defeats in 5 league fixtures. "In this moment, we just have to survive and to win sometimes," Amorim said at the mention of whether he is worried about teams below United. "To work on the team, we already knew it. I start this job and start with the team. The new idea of no time to train, a lot of games, tough games. We already knew it. It's a long journey. Like I said in the first day, we have to continue and we have to fight these bad moments because this is part of football." No, Amorim replied when the remoteness of qualifying for a European competition was raised. "We have to work on a lot of things in our club inside the pitch, outside the pitch, so let's focus on each game, each time, and use every minute of training to improve the team. A lot of things are missing, time to work, so we also have to win games, to sell the idea to the players, but if not, it's really hard. Wolves is a completely different situation." The United hierarchy have demonstrated their ruthlessness this season with the sackings of former manager Erik Ten Hag and inaugural sporting director Dan Ashworth. Amorim has become the first United manager to lose 5 of his first 10 matches in charge since Walter Krikmer in 1932. When asked how long it would take to turn it around at United, Amorim replied, "I have no idea. No idea. Instead of me trying to understand how much time it will take, just day by day, improving, trying to see the videos, and use every minute of training and try to win some points because it's really important in this moment." When Maxi Oyedel was hooked after 35 minutes of League Two clash between Forest Green Rovers and Crawley Town earlier this year, nobody would have predicted the journey he has gone on since. Oyedel made the move to Forest Green Rovers on loan from Manchester United in January, where he was highly rated by former United boss Erik Ten Hag, but made just 4 appearances before it was cut short. The last of those appearances came in a 2-0 defeat to Crawley in February. Rovers boss Steve Cotterill brought Oyedel on at half-time as he looked to revive his team's fortunes. But just 35 minutes later, Oyedel faced the nightmare scenario of any professional, being a substitute that gets substituted. He returned to United, but the 20-year-old decided to make the move to Polish side Legia Warsaw in the summer as he looked for regular senior football to further his development. Born in Manchester to a Nigerian father and a Polish mother, he made the move to his mother's homeland as he looked to kickstart his career. "For me, the move away is above all a huge chance to make a name for myself by playing for Legia," Oyedel said. "When I came here, I had a talk with the coach. He presented me with a detailed and extensive plan. Of course, I realize what a great club Legia is. I want to win the championship with the club and be part of this winning team. The young midfielder made an instant impression and quickly established himself as an important part of the Legia side. Oyadel's quality on the ball, his character in retaining possession, and his tactical awareness when to dribble or play simply are significant attributes, Legia manager Goncalo Feo said when praising Oyedele's impact in the Polish top flight. Bruno Fernandes even remarked he was stunned regarding United's decision to sell him, given Oyedele's showing during pre-season. His physical readiness, agility, and ability to use his body effectively are top-notch. While fans love to see what he can do with the ball, Maxi brings physicality to our midfield. It's our responsibility to foster his development. Polish football stands to gain immensely from his talent, and the Polish national team wasted little time in calling him up to their senior side. Having starred on the European stage by helping inspire Legia to a brilliant 1-0 win over Real Betis in the Europa Conference League, Oyedele was called up for Poland's matches against Portugal and Croatia. Having struggled to break through at League Two level just months earlier, Oyedele found himself lining up alongside Barcelona forward Robert Lewandowski and Inter Milan midfielder Piotr Zielinski. He also found himself directly up against United captain Bruno Fernandes. Oyedele's debut lasted 66 minutes as Poland lost 3-1 to Portugal, but he made a lasting impression on Fernandes. "I think Maxi is a really good player," Fernandes told Polish TV channel TVP Sport after facing Oyedele in the UEFA Nations League. "He was always one of the players that everyone at the club thought would go from the academy into the first team. He won his second cap for Poland against Croatia just days later, but an ankle injury has curtailed his progress since. But Oyedele's story is only just beginning, and few would have predicted his progression after the disappointment of his Forest Green spell.